Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, my students. Second intermediate grade شروق المعرفة النموذجية schools. Today we'll study last lesson 4E. What a day! Vocabulary. Listen and read the following sentences. What do the phrases in bold mean? Malik was very proud when he passed his exams. We want to know the meaning of that phrase. Passed his exams. Malik was very proud when he passed his exams. We know proud فخور مالك كان فخور when he passed his exams. When he got high marks. He passed his exams means he took his exam and got high marks in it. So he passed his exams. Okay? Malik was very proud when he passed his exams. He's very happy now. He passed his exams. He got high marks. Okay? You didn't study for the test. So it's possible that you will fail it. We want to know the meaning of that phrase, fail it. You didn't study for the test. لم تذاكر جيدا. It's possible that you will fail it. You will get low marks and you will have to take that exam again. You fail it. Okay? How often do you sit for exams at your school? How often do you sit for exams at your school? Sit for exams here. How often كم عدد المرات do you sit for exams at your school? Twice a week, 3 times a week you take an exam. Twice a month. How often do you sit for exams at your school? Steve was so ill. Steve was so ill that he missed a week's lessons. Because he was so ill, he didn't go to school, so he missed all the week's lessons. I always do well in tests because I study hard every day. I always do well in tests. Why I always do well in tests? Because I study hard every day. لأني بذاكر بجد واجتهاد. I do well. I always do well in tests. Do well. I study so I can solve, I can answer all questions and get high marks. That's mean I do well in tests. Now we know the meaning of passed his exams. Fail it. These two phrases are opposites. عكس بعض. Passed his exams. He now happy. He's happy. Fail it. He didn't pass his exam. So he's sad. Sit for exams. Missed the lesson. Do well. Okay, let's go to next one. Exercise 2. Speak and write. Read the text and write T for true or F for false for the statements on the next page. Let's listen.
2. Speak and write.
Dear Diary, I am not normally absent-minded, so what happened today is something I would definitely never forget. Last week I missed a lesson because I was ill, so the next day my teacher informed me about a test we had to take on Sunday, which was on a novel. I generally consider myself a good student, and in most cases I do very well in tests. I had no reason to believe that this time would be different. I studied hard all weekend. So when Sunday morning came, I felt confident as well as pleased with myself.
Let's continue.
Did I mention I was actually looking forward to the test? Well, when I got into the classroom, my classmates were nervous. They were discussing a specific chapter of the novel we had to study, saying that it was impossible for them to remember all the names of the countries included in the chapter. But what did they mean? The novel was about a teacher who stayed in one place his entire life. I soon realized what had happened. The novel I spent all weekend reading was not the right novel. Naturally, I failed the test. So much effort for the wrong book. Incredible, right?
Okay. After listening, first one, we should here put true or false. The writer usually forgets things. After listening, the writer usually forgets things. I don't think so. I don't think so. False. Let's check. Dear Diary, I'm not normally absent-minded, so what happened today is something I will definitely never forget. Okay? The writer missed a lesson and didn't know they had a test at school. False. Let's check. Last week I missed a lesson because I was ill, so the next day my teacher informed me about a test we had to take on Sunday. So my teacher informed me. It's false. The writer studied on the days before the test. The writer studied on the days before the test. Of course, yes. Let's see. I studied hard all weekend. The other students were confident on the day of the test. False. Let's see. Well, when I got into the classroom, my classmates were nervous. So the other students weren't confident. The writer realized that he was going to fail the test. True. Why? I soon realized what had happened. The novel I spent all weekend reading was not the right novel. Naturally, I failed the test. من الطبيعي جدا إن أنا أسقط في الامتحان. Okay, understood? That's all for today. Thank you very much. See you next lesson and